Parramatta Council in Sydney is set to vote on the future of gas for new projects. In scope of reforms are commercial developments, schools and hospitals. Joining me live now is the City of Parramatta Lord Mayor Sameer Pandey. Sameer, good to see you. Thanks so much for your time. So what is the council actually proposing here? Are you going to ban gas potentially in new projects?
At this stage, as a council, we want to ensure we are future-proofing developments that will be around for 100 years. We are not proposing that we do this immediately. We have current controls in the CBD, and what we'll be looking at is some more research before we can make an informed decision. So that's where we are. That's where we are today. So tonight, council will consider whether to extend that to commercial developments across the rest of the LGA. My view is we need to see more data before we can take that step. And that's why I'll be supporting a further review of provisions for development outside CBD to see if it's appropriate.
Data on what exactly? Because, you know, what we have available in terms of energy now is what we have. Renewables don't yet make up 100% of our energy. So do you have front of mind this decision and how that might affect the cost of people and their power bills?
And that's exactly we will be looking at as part of the review. So we're not saying that we will be doing this way or that way. What we are saying is that we'll be looking at the data to see what any of these proposals, how it will impact the housing, the cost of living, a number of other factors, including our emission targets. So that's what we'll be looking at part of the review. So tonight, again, I want to see an evidence-based approach. That's why I'll be supporting some more report from the staff before council and councillors can make an informed decision. Right. We have no objection. So again, just to let you know that this is in place in the CBD at the moment for commercial buildings, and we have had no objections from stakeholders since these controls were introduced in December last year.
So Sameer, for you, is the number one priority though cost?
It is. It's a number of those things. Again, cost is obviously one of them, cost of living, and cost of getting some of these services to our residents. Can I say that, this is part of a bigger project of harmonization of all the DCPs. We have 5 of them, and the proposal is to look at this as an option as part of harmonization of the entire DCPs, 5 DCPs that we have. So this is only a small component. And tonight, as I said again, we will be looking at getting more details, more information on the pros and cons of this option. So there will be, as far as I am concerned, will not be making a decision tonight on this matter.
Well, you talked about emissions target. Does the council, Parramatta Council, have its own emissions target? Does it?
Yes, we do. So we are just out in public consultation, and the City of Parramatta is aiming to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 75% by 2038. So that's the decision of the council, which is in public exhibition at the moment.
Do you find it a little bit strange that the councils, individual councils, are making these decisions on emissions and energy sources? Shouldn't that be up to state governments at the least?
It is, and can I say that we councils do have some responsibilities, and we are walking the talk. Our new civic and cultural hub, which is 5 building, which is in the CBD, opened last year, is 100% electric. We are also for the first council in Western Sydney to achieve carbon neutral certification. So I think there is a responsibility on council, and in our case, obviously we take that seriously, that where possible we should be looking at these targets and sustainability.
Sure, but priorities that people, surely you would admit, have changed as well. People are looking for a place to live. The gas connection or not is got to be well down the list at the moment, isn't it?
Yes, I think that's absolutely correct. I think it is something which is not the highest priority at the moment, and that's why I think it's not something we should be rushing to make a decision. And that's why I'm looking at more data. I'm looking at more pros and cons of these options, which we can consider in future to make an informed decision.
Okay, Sameer Pandey, thanks so much for your time. Keep us posted.
Thank you very much.